bitch about my money, this ain't no fucking play-doh. Wrote it down for double homicide, I try to tell him lay low. See, don't like the driver, he stay good, I'm on the way to Clayco. AK-47s in the spots before they made the Draco. I'm just trying to ball and live, 100 mil, I'm calling bills. I'm the boss, pay all the bills. I'm the golden child for real. Go off in this bitch, I will. I've been on my grind for years, and I'm out here trying to steal. I need equity to sign the deal. I'm just trying to ball and live, 100 mil, I'm calling bills. I'm the boss, pay all the bills. I'm the golden child for real. Go off in this bitch, I will. I've been on my grind for years, and I'm out here trying to steal. I need equity to sign the deal. Over buying cars, I snatched the barbers just for motivation. Shoot out at the spot today, tomorrow we at a new location. Free all of the guys, I hope y'all beat the case and get probation. Stashed at my mama house, 400 bands in the ventilation. Now look how I'm living, I bought a house for the money to stay at. Right when niggas think that I got soft, I'ma pull up and spray it. Living like a dumb, I smoke a blunt in the back, you done made that. Put up like your mama with this switch, why the fuck would you say that? You can do it first, I'ma do it worse, gotta double the payback. Never take it personal, show no mercy, I taught me that way back. Kano took it off, I was always taught, don't take hoes when you stay at. Keep a stash house, you can't take nothing to the spot where you lay at. Never be a bother if you want me, no problem.
Okay. I'm so uncared up. Don't follow rules, it's some renegade. I can't follow rules, I'm so renegade. I'm so uncared up. Don't follow rules, I'm so renegade. Okay. I can't fuck with niggas, I'm so renegade. Not hustling for myself, trying to see my brother pay. Not hustling for myself, trying to see my brother pay. I'm DTN for like, man, that what Primo say. I'm DTN for like, man, that what Primo say. Men being locked up in that cell. OG was supposed to know my bill. Now you niggas understand why. Why how I get in and grind. Watch how I get in and grind. And I ain't that beam slime. I know you ain't one of my kind. Don't front on me, niggas be trying. That's why I'm fucking your bitch. She said she not fucking, stop lying. Cause I hop right in the back and make lil' shawty give me light. I'm running it straight to the door. She wanna get near me, can't let her get close. I'm tired from serving new packing. I'm not to fill up the back end. For the fame, I don't give a fuck. But this rapping shit, that be my passion. Promise ain't for all the acting. See me with her while you asking. Spark me a blunt in the ashes. Cause I'm finna burn in these ashes. The devil start planning his tactics. But I'ma glow up and get past it. Nah, we don't follow rules, we renegades. We don't follow rules, we renegades, no. I can't follow rules, I'm renegade. I can't trust no nigga, that's what Primo say, what Primo say. Man, I'm so uncared up. Man, I'm so uncared up. I know you hear my cadence. I know you feel my cadence. On you, I swear I ain't changing.
Oh my God, Chloe. I be in a loop, she be in a group. Brody want a friend, throwing alley-oop. Turn something to nothing, bro, I'm living proof. Still running around with more, get ready, pack the go, yeah. People probably think I show up, I ain't even keep it yet. Running up a silly shit, staying off the internet. Should've stayed with Billy Island, turning in and giving time. Personal partners, pillow talking, cause I got rich without them. Only thing they should be saying is, baby, keep it silent. We ain't even deep as you used to be, this shit sleep divided. Right, got no hustle or nothing, so he gon' stick the vibe. I be knowing the rundown, I'm doubting, so I can't speak about it. She know I'm a gangster, she love me, I bring the freak about it. Can't play with me, you know I coach him. I'm in a different league, I'm tired of showing I can get done. What you gon' do for me? 40,000 miles up in the air, only time I get some Z's. Full cook, press foot on their neck, and I can't let them breathe. Blood, sweat, and tears come with this check, it ain't nowhere near easy. Had to find hope I'm not too much to handle. about my money, this ain't no fucking play-doh. Wrote it down for double homicide, I try to tell him lay low. See, don't like the driver, he stay good, I'm on the way to Clayco. AK-47s in the spots before they made the Draco. I'm just trying to ball and live, 100 mil, I'm calling deals. I'm the boss, pay all the bills, I'm the golden job for real. Go off in this bitch, I will. I've been on my grind for years, and I'm out here grinding still. I need equity to sign the deal. I'm just trying to ball and live, 100 mil, I'm calling deals. I'm the boss, pay all the bills, I'm the golden job for real. Go off in this bitch, I will. I've been on my grind for years, and I'm out here grinding still. I need equity to sign the deal. Over buying cars, I snatched the barbers just for motivation. Shoot out at the spot today, tomorrow we hit a new location. Free all of the guys, I hope y'all beat the case and get probation. Stashed at my mama house, 400 bands in the ventilation. Now look how I'm living, I bought a house for the money to stay at. Right when niggas think that I got soft, I'ma pull up and spray it. Living like a dumb, I smoke a blunt in the back, you done made that. Put up like your mama with this switch, why the fuck would you say that? You can do it first, I'ma do it worse, gotta double the payback. Never take it personal, show no mercy, bro taught me that way back. Kano took it off, I was always talking, stay hoes where you stay at. Keep a stash house, you can't take nothing to the spot where you lay at. Never be a bother if you want me, no problem, just say that. Never running off, so if I owe you, I got you, I'll pay that. Get this shit my awesome when I'm old, I can chill and just lay back. Really from the bottom, so the trenches is where I feel safe at. I'm just trying to ball and live, 100 mil, I'm calling deals. I'm the boss, pay all the bills, I'm the golden child for real. Go off in this bitch, I will. I've been on my grind for years, and I'm out here grinding still. I need equity to sign the deal. I'm just trying to ball and live, 100 mil, I'm calling. Call it give and go. Keep a nigga, man, bitch in a figure four. Let me fuck when I want, I just come and go. Man, these rap too deep for these skinny clothes. I might put me in him in some bitch boat. They look braid, this nigga start getting low. I spent time on the racks on the Lambo and didn't even know how to move them motherfuckers go. On my birthday, I just wanna look the dope. Barely people don't play with me, period. You just follow behind in the years. In the room, I feel like a tourist. I'm the one from the bottom who sold out my partner, the promise, God, the period. Oh, he in love. I fuck with shots and I'm gonna bust. You can't put on that drip, he ain't one of us. How you riding the Benz in a Tonka truck? How you got everybody lit piping up? Oh, she bad with no swag, I don't pipe her up. They my last and no walk her up. Count the money up, feel like I'm typing some. I'm the type to get active and never run. Hit the rules, my niggas ain't scared of none. Ain't no rules, you got rest, you can get it done. On a light day, I keep me 100 bucks. We can hit after hit, call me very fun. For this Christmas, I bought everybody guns. Lost and coppers and F's for everyone. Take the roof off the car, let her feel the sun. I'm broke, I see it drop by 5,000 money. Got this bitch off the collar, she suck it and swallow. I stick it and she feel it in her gut. Nigga don't rap on my collar, we stacking up wallow and guala. I'm trying to get it mega buck. See them dribble, little nigga, best watch your step. This top shelf, got 40 designer belt. OPF, look like the new BML. Think I'm done, got clothes in my right and left. And you can't go to car, ain't no key in there. Just put lost in they pocket, get out of there. Ain't gonna have a hard time finding what to wear. Treat it like a tire, I keep a spell. On the stuff because I'm worried. Check the tracks, I'm counting more fake. Sky slowly, smoothly, in the press. I'm cutting 50 tiny, rich and mellow. I'm put the game into his temple. Because I spit the flavor to the temple. I am not a killer, but I'm tempting. I'm spending rate 5,000 to a 50. Oh, he in up. I fuck with slides and I'm gonna bust. He can't put on that drip, he ain't one of us. How you riding the Benz in a Tonka truck? How you got everybody lit piping up? Oh, she bad with no swag, I don't.
And we all look good fuck. She said she my op, but I don't know her. Had to look her up. I know that I'm rich, but I can help it, bitch. I'm good as fuck. I've been on these bitches' necks so long, sometimes I fucking stuck. I can put you in my business. You might wish me dead tomorrow. Bitches be on dick today, sing every word of up tomorrow. Bitch, I still got cases open. Keep your mouth shut tomorrow. Play with me today, then get some sleep. You know it's up tomorrow. Fake bitch, that's why my friend fucked on your nigga. Both you bitches pussy, I think y'all should scissor. She bought a chain, I bought the same one, even bigger. She throwing shots, that's how I know I got a trigger. I don't speak dog ho, I don't care what no bitch say. I stay on her mind, I got condos in that bitch head. She said she don't fuck with me, who say that you can't hold? That nigga a munchin', he gon' eat me like a mango. Long ass week, it be tickling my ass crack. Wonder what I do tomorrow that these hoes will be mad at. Oh yeah, bitches sweet, and I always get my lick boo. I thought for my bitches and I'm fighting over dick too.
Can't say your name up in my songs, might not fuck with you tomorrow. Can get my feelings hurt today, I won't give a fuck tomorrow. Ain't fucked up by no credit score, I might be rich as fuck tomorrow. Every day the sun won't shine, but that's why I love tomorrow. Can't say your name up in my songs, might not fuck with you tomorrow. Can get my feelings hurt today, I won't give a fuck tomorrow. Ain't fucked up by no credit score, I might be rich as fuck tomorrow. Every day the sun won't shine, but that's why I love tomorrow. Poppin' shit, you would think I went to school for chiropractic. Looking good as hell today, just sent my nigga 5 attachment. Why'd you come from me about a nigga, man? You chase you if I know you gon' come running back. Cut that body off, they been feeling like a lumberjack. They really get me fucked up, and now I'm going for none of that. She the type that nigga make her mad, she going too some. Me, I'm kinda ratchet still, so I'm the type to be some. I can't love you, baby, like your bitch, so don't leave her. He gon' choose her every time, cause it's cheaper to keep her. Can't say your name up in my songs, might not fuck with you tomorrow. Can get my feelings hurt today, I won't give a fuck tomorrow. Ain't fucked up by no credit score, I might be rich as fuck tomorrow. Every day the sun won't shine, but that's why I love tomorrow.
But not just any man will do.
That's right. We out here looking for some big boys.
Bare arms keeps me warm in the winter snowstorm. When chill is biting, but his jacket's unzipped. He bring in my groceries in just one trip. Till the sun comes back, I need a big boy hottie. Mix his own heat with his big boy body. For the next 3 months, skinny boys is dead. Forget a 6-pack, I need the whole damn bag. Big boy with a big old bag. A California king, refrigerator stack. With steaks on steaks on steaks on steaks on steaks. Butter, bacon, cheese, and lasagna in the tray. Need an enormous man with an enormous hand. Feeds me snacks with his enormous hands. And I hope he asks me to be his winter wife. Cause messing with a big boy will change you, Lord. It's cuffing season. All the girls be needing. Need a big boy. I want a big boy. Give me a big boy. I need a big boy body like a bouncer. Big mouth breather and legs like a monster. Get in the bed and he gonna do me right. And when we all done, he gonna snore all night. And then he stops.
He be feeding me pasta and lobster. He just hit me up on Tuesday like, what's doing, babe? Let me take you shopping. I told him, well, I'm a little busy. He said, damn, I'm in your city. But anyway, it's okay, hope you have a good day. I'ma see you by day 50. Then I told him, you treat me so well. He said, cash out Gazelle. Matter of fact, scratch that, I'ma see you with that just cause you fine as hell. And I told him, well, thank you, baby. Anything for my favorite lady. Well, I gotta go, they just let me know that I could pick up a Mercedes. I got hoes, might just be on me, in different area codes. He know what's up. Everywhere I go, every time I pop out, I call and they drop the low. Drop that fucking location. Cause I got hoes, in different area codes. Some of them bros, and I been pimping cause they know. Got a nigga, yeah, he from the trap. He low-key, yeah, stay off the map. Anytime I need some money, he said pull up cause it gotta be cash. Pushed up, he just on it down. He like, babe, you ain't never around. Well, nigga, I gotta put up in the dirt cause why you ain't never in town? I'm out of the way with Pablo. This nigga swear that he your chopper. He know not to play in my face, I swear it's hard for me to keep my calm, huh? He be tweaking cause he in my vato. In his pockets like I hit the lotto. I'ma get to this money and fuck these niggas. That's forever the motto. I got hoes. Might just be on me.
I made it for nothing, no turn into something from nothing. Made it through property on that minority, you in the store. Hop on the jet on my property and fly away. Fly, fly, fly away. Call me a president, yeah. Straight out the trenches, yeah. My niggas can't whip me, yeah. The richest, the richest, the richest, yeah. Rich nigga got us on seats, yeah. All of these hoes came with it, yeah. All them over get KB, yeah. I try to fight temptation. Top gun is on vacation.
I hate that you gotta do this in game, bro. Bro, I wish this could just save. I ain't trying to do this every game, bro. It's too much, bro. Nigga think I'm gonna try hard. Nigga, my shit just kills it. My stuff all messed up, bro. I only got 50 seconds, bro, but I ain't gonna be any seconds again, so I ain't got the pause again. After this,
Welcome everyone to NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Alongside Grant Hill and Brent Berry, I'm Brian Anderson. Also with us tonight, our reporter, Allie LaForce. All right, Grant, a matchup of the elites tonight. Two titans clashing in this one.
Oh my, BA, I mean, there's no shortage of stars on either side of the ball. These tend to be statement games, sending a message by imposing their will.
There's Tatum with the three. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt. Here's Holmgren.
hey, me too. Me too.
Yeah, the defense making it way too easy for Holmgren. Gotta push him farther out than this.
Tatum with it. And it's Dort picking him up. The kick to Tatum. Pass to Holiday. Tatum with a screen. Puts up a three. Hits the three-pointer.
Yeah, this team relies on Tatum hitting those shots, and that's why he's such a high-volume three-point shooter.
Gilgeous-Alexander looking it over. Inside. Hartenstein.
Boom!
Deep Holmgren. He drops it from range. Holmgren's got 5 points.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal.
Basket's good.
You got to stay in front of Porzingis, especially when he rolls out of the pick and roll. Even though that's not a guarantee, you're going to stop it.
You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken. But that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
So you're kind of asking for it. Drew Holiday gets in that close. He's probably scoring.
Pass to White. Right side Brown. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Brown taking on all challengers. This kind of fearless approach is what his teammates and coaches love seeing.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
Blocking foul called on Damian Brown. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's Dort on the wing. Pass to Holmgren. Spins. And here's Hartenstein.
Good basketball, baby.
Hartenstein slams it in.
The assist.
And great awareness. Holmgren's so good at reading the movement of his teammates. A very heady passer for a big man.
Here's Tatum.
Good defense.
It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Man, I thought he was making that in so close. That's some aggressive defense.
Hartenstein a screen.
He got that.
And stolen by Porzingis. Lets it fly. And it's Tatum missing. And so it's Holmgren with it. He brings it up for the Thunder. Trailing by 2. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside.
Boom!
Drains the triple.
SGA doesn't rely on the 3 to get his points, but man, watch out.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here.
Early save. Early save.
Substitution on the court.
And the Celtics in possession here. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Brown, no good. Thunder with a lead. Pass to Williams. Holmgren with it. Now Horford defending. Dort left side. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
Let's go.
Oh, a special move.
That was a
that
crazy
shot.
possession, right?
Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5.
And he's got the ability to do damage inside and out. SGA's not going to miss that.
Here's Brown. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line
He
for
good.
2.
He got one foul. He got one
And
foul.
you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall, too. This is so hard to move off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere.
Holiday. The rebound by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Down low. Here's Williams.
And one.
No, stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity at a three-point play.
Personal foul.
Jaylen Brown picks one up. Oklahoma City shooting their first free throw in this game. Celtics trail by 6. Outside Holiday. On the wing, Holiday. They kick it out to Porzingis. Fires for 3. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for Oklahoma City.
Well, hey, guys, I mean, can we talk about how unselfish they've been? Just racking up the assist numbers, moving it around with great precision.
To the paint. Here's Holmgren. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. Celtics trail by 6. Here's Brown. And stolen by Holmgren. Outside, Williams. Beyond the arc. The rebound, Celtics.
They finally fixed Jay that jumping.
He finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself.
2K only fixed stuff when they got to. You make it to the finals too many people.
Here's Tatum.
People start playing with
And
it.
he sinks out, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Tatum's got 5 points.
Yeah, tricky area for some guys, but not Tatum. He can hurt you from mid-range.
Tries to spin move. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Well, it's rare to see a young player as efficient as Jalen Williams, Brent.
BA, it's been remarkable, especially when you factor in that this guy is relied on for a lot of shooting. His shooting volume is very high. This is a blossoming star for this team, and I'm not sure we can put a ceiling on what that potential is.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Pass to Tatum. Shoots over Wiggins. Again, the miss by Boston.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. On the clock. Pulls it. Porzingis grabs the board. Celtics trail by 5. Outside Tatum. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Here's Porzingis. Doesn't go for him. Good work defensively by Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. He's got 7. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 9 points. And you played for several different coaches with very different philosophies, Grant. Did you have a favorite system?
Well, you know, BA, I did. I played 19 years, a number of different coaches, but 8 seconds or less offense back when I was with the Suns as a player. You want to run, and honestly, it's so much fun getting up and down the court.
Thunder leading by 7. To the middle. Here's Hartenstein.
Whoa!
And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. Oklahoma City shooting their 4th attempt at the line tonight. And that one misses. Grant, how about the rise of OKC in just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed?
Incredible, BA. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
That's a strange trip because typically he's pretty much money from there.
Oh my goodness,
chance to catch up with Ali Laporte.
Hey Brian, the Thunder have some grit. Coach Mark Dagnall said we compete, and on nights we aren't, we get back to that very quickly. Competition level and the willingness to do it together is the foundational piece. Brian?
Give me that.
All right, Ali, good stuff there. Thank you. And that'll be Boston's ball as it goes out of bounds. Celtics able to keep possession here. And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here.
He could have came back with like a 2 or 5 more run game. He could have been back in the game. Yeah, man. On to the next one. On to the next. On to the next. Please. Look at the Fiend, bro. 200 games. And he played 200 games. He had barely 500. Yeah, if my ratio like that, I'm just gonna stop playing. I don't know none of these OG teams. I'm trying to get the 2013 Heat, man. Who he got? Nuggets? Nah, we need a big. He got the Nuggets. Can't be good. Yeah, this is a playoff rematch. This got real beef, Frank. I feel like I'm in the playoffs. Yeah, we gotta get back for this. This is a get back game right here. We need this. Yeah, he's not. Jeff on yellow and white. Yeah, I think if I did this, oh shoot, I didn't mean to do that. I just put Brown on the bench. Can't make no subs.
This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. Allie LaForce with us on the sidelines. So the Nuggets with the tip. Murray looking around. Gordon outside. To the wing on the left. Outside Porter. 6 on the shot clock. The three is up. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Well, last season we saw Luka Doncic score 73 points, tied for 4th most in NBA history, Clark.
BA, he is so special, and the thing about the 73 he got, it was the most efficient 70-point game in league history. And with how offense-heavy the league is going, I wouldn't put it past him to go north of Kobe Bryant's mark of 81 at some point. He's got that kind of ability.
And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page.
Brown. Watch this.
Here's Doncic. Inside. James inside. Not going to go that time. Good D by Jokic. Here's Brown. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Good find from Jokic. Fantastic at getting that rock to teammates on time, on target.
Denver's shooting their first foul shot of the game. Well, Clark, you look at Denver's lineups. They have a lot of size on this team.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's kind of the polar opposite of small ball, BA. I mean, with Jokic in the middle and a lot of length on the wings and in the backcourt, too, this is a growing trend in the league as I see it.
5 to shoot. Here's Finney-Smith. And again, the Lakers, no good.
Probably not the shot they had in mind, but you can't fault him. He had a clean look. Murray
from outside. James with the rebound. Now let's find out what head coach David Adelman had to say. Allie LaForce.
He was just marveling at LeBron's ability to take advantage of any mistake you make, even a minor one. He said, if you're even a half step away from a guy defensively, LeBron will find that person. Coach is asking his guys to stay connected to shooters tonight.
Thank you for that, Allie. Now here's Murray. No good with the triple.
And even after airtight defense like that, still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
Pass to Hachimura. Right wing. To the paint. Up and over Gordon. The shot by James. No good.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
It's James on the wing. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's on Nikola Jokic.
Yeah, the defense has to be careful with LeBron. I mean, he's a clever shooter who knows how to draw fouls. He uses his body really well.
And he drops the first. Clark, what's incredible about LeBron? He makes as big of an impact off the court as he does on it.
B.A., I think it's going to be one of the great case studies when he's all done playing, how he's impacted the game and uplifted people across the country and world. He's a tremendous advocate for social justice. He's obviously a shrewd and successful businessman, and he's been a vocal leader who also leads by example. He's actually epitomizing the change he'd like to see in other folks and inspiring along the way.
Now here's Doncic. Spins. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. Denver leading by 6. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. And out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it.
Checking in the game for your Nuggets.
And Doncic has got the ball here for the Lakers. Pass to James. And it's good. First made shot in 4 attempts.
Fighting through contact, not easy trying to corral LeBron when he's focused on scoring. Good luck with that.
Outside Watson. Here's Jokic. From down in the low post, it goes.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Hachimura sets a screen. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lane.
Down low. Kicks it out to Westbrook. Back to Gordon. Pass to Jokic. 6 to shoot. Murray from outside. Sinks the tray.
Got to get out on this if you're the defender, or else Murray will stick it from there.
Here's Doncic. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move! He's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on Nikola Jokic. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
Luka Doncic is a do-it-all player. I mean, he does everything for this team, including being a walking triple-double threat on a game-by-game basis.
And so it's Denver leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. They're communicating well and
Lakers 7.
If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And before we move on, what have you guys seen from Denver?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
All right, right, Grant, which U.S.-born player do you think has the best chance to supplant LeBron as the face of the league?
Oh, man, you're putting me on the spot, BA. Well, the conversation has to be between Jason Tatum, Ja Morant, and Anthony Edwards. They're the best young talent that
we go, Hayes. I'm finna cook. We about to cook up.
Getting better.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
KBA, the Denver Nuggets are building for the long haul. Their philosophy has been to draft polished prospects and then develop them into contributors. They look for four qualities: basketball IQ, character, positional size, and absence of skill deficiencies. Ryan, the track record has been strong.
It really has. Thanks, Allie. James. Oh! Huge slam by LeBron!
Oh, man.
Man, I like seeing LeBron throw it down, especially when he decides to do it with a little flavor.
Westbrook outside. Clock at 6. To the left side wing.
Defense, bro.
The Nuggets need to get one up. Can't connect from 14.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
The shot by James, no good. The Nuggets lead by 4. Well, Grant, even though it looks like LeBron could play forever, he stated that he doesn't have much time left.
Well, it's unbelievable that he's sustained this level of excellence for as long as he has. I would be surprised if we see this type of longevity ever again.
Setting the table for his teammates, James enjoys sharing and passing the ball and getting others involved, I think, more than any other aspect of his game.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
Oh, shoot. So I thought the Luke in, bro. From basically.
So it's Denver now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
I'm locking up.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Pass to Saric. Now here's Porter. From deep. Nails it from beyond the arc. Porter's got his first 3 points of the game.
A true sniper from long range, Porter Jr. with a nice stroke on that shot.
Oh my goodness, Brian.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
Murray up top. James with a steal. Here's the break. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Kicks it to Doncic. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Hayes. Finished off by Hayes.
This dude defense is not bad.
Willingness to share the ball. He wants to see other guys involved and produce.
And when you look at the Lakers, a lot has happened since their championship run in 2020 club.
Yeah, it really has, BA. And I think some of it you have to attribute it to a significant amount of roster turnover. And then you pair that with coaching changes. One of the keys to being successful in anything and at any level and in the NBA, stability, continuity. You've got to have it. Executive management team, coaches, and players, and they've not had that, so the consistency has been hard to find.
Has to connect. And they're unable to get the time bucket there.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Jokic up top. Here's Brown. Jokic in the post. That shot missing. Some solid defense from James.
Come on, man. That's Brown. You're 22, 25. No matter, bro. He don't know what to do. He trying to make some. bro. He knew Brian was on one, bro. Brian just made somebody quit. Brian just made somebody quit, bro. Play now. It's crazy. Imagine Minnesota. Tough. Minnesota be too tough, Chad. Bro, wait till the last second, but like, okay, what team you got? Bro, Lakers fans watching me, I know y'all disappointed why he got the Timberwolves and we just lost them in the playoffs. I know.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks.
I think it changed every time you play with a different team, but I think once I set into this team, next time I play on this, shit stay like this. I'm not about to keep doing this, bro. It's crazy. Jay, we're gonna start with Julius Randle. And if he get cooked, I'm gonna put
We're tuning into 2K Sports.
Randle.
We've got some NBA action for you coming up. Along with Coach Dan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Hall of Famer David Aldridge will be joining us from the sidelines moments from now. A contest in the West. We'll see if the Timberwolves can please this home crowd.
Well, his rebounding is such a boost for this team, especially when it comes on the offensive end.
Outside, James. And finished off by LeBron.
And certain guys dictate the pace of the game, Doncic, as much as anyone.
And you can never really count out these Los Angeles Lakers, Greg, can you?
No, I really don't think you can. They battle out of the play-in tournament. They overcome obstacles, and they have tremendous willpower.
Oh, here's Edwards. Shot clock at 6. Handle no good. And so James will bring it up for Los Angeles. Pass to Doncic. With the rebound.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Here's Randle. And Randle throws it down.
Not enough defense there. Allowing Randle to get that close is a recipe for disaster. And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Now here's Randall. And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Hey, Kevin. Well, I briefly spoke with Minnesota's head coach. Now, LeBron always number one on the scouting report. Coach said on top of being a physically dominant player, he's like an extra coach on the court, able to control the game with his basketball IQ alone. Kevin, a big challenge to handle the mental challenge of LeBron James. Back to you.
Thank you, David.
Well, once Edwards saw his opening, it was game over. He delights in sticking it to you like this.
Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Now, here's Doncic. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Shoots over McDaniel. Doncic, no good. Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport. The Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
Angle no good. On the wing, James. 6 points for him. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
Number 4, Dalton.
1:51 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to DiVincenzo. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you gotta look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the team.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And despite his young age, Coach Van Gundy, Anthony Edwards' leadership qualities growing day by day.
Yeah, Kevin, and a lot of it's because he is great at both ends of the court. Confident, charismatic, upbeat. He's learning that delicate balance between taking over a game and bringing his teammates along for the ride.
Now here's James. Back to Doncic. And the whistle blows. It's going to be a Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game.
Really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
1:11 left here in the first quarter. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for Minnesota. A nice shot by McDaniel.
Well, we've all had those as coaches. That's a no, yes type of shot.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about.
Make some noise.
The Lakers trail. Doncic outside. 51 seconds left here in the opening quarter. 5 on the clock. Pass to Finney-Smith. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Here's Edwards. Edwards drawing the double team. Stolen by Connect. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Reeves gets the bucket.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Here is Edwards. There's the triple. Hits it from 3-point range.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Puts it up from 15. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Lakers on top.
The Lakers 14.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Lakers.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
And they turn over the 23-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Here's Alexander Walker. No scoring in this one. There's the drive. Next to Gobert. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Connect. No good. Minnesota in the lead. Inside. And Gobert throws it down.
And look at the big man get. Takes flight where you are in for a show.
Ron right side. Pass to Finney Smith.
Right here. Are you serious? It's fake.
Finney Smith.
I know you're gonna lose.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Rudy cooking the same way they did earlier.
Rolling there after that screen. Gobert moves now with such confidence when in the pick and roll.
On the wing, James.
Look at
He's
that.
got 6. Gobert pulls it in. Timberwolves leading by 3.
Oh my goodness.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
Here's Connect. Gobert with the defensive effort. Timberwolves on offense. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Here's Alexander Walker. Off target with his 3. Lakers trail by 3. Here's LeBron. Pass to Finney Smith. Over Gobert. Gobert with the defensive effort.
Got him.
Poked away.
Defense.
Vanderbilt inside. That shot missing. Gobert with the defensive effort. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough team. Swingman Jaden McDaniel said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But, David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. You know, Coach, what more can you ask? The reigning 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert.
Well, Kevin, since you ask, his impact in the playoffs hasn't always been the same as during the regular season. That's got to be the next step.
James with it. Out defended by Randall. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Takes a 3. And Finney Smith gets it to go. Finney Smith's got 7.
Well, it's a 3-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Here's Gobert. It's rebounded by Doncic. And so Doncic will bring it up for Los Angeles. Oh, LeBron does it again.
And what an explosive finisher LeBron is, rocking the rim whenever he goes up like that.
Here's Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
Yeah, Edwards has some big bounce in his step.
.52 seconds left here in the second. DiVincenzo with the rebound. A floater. And finished off by Gobert.
Not stopping that. Gobert from there is right around 30%.
Now Doncic. In the corner, Finney Smith with it. Here's LeBron. Pass to Vincent. Now Finney Smith. Back to Vincent. Now here's Doncic. Another shot.
Defense.
No good off the front eye.
Big margin of error right there. You have to work for a better shot.
Near the three-point line, it's DiVincenzo. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Timberwolves lead by 3. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Lakers trail by 3. Doncic looking it over. To the middle. Here's Hayes. And Hayes throws it down.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. And the defense of the Timberwolves stand as good as it gets.
Well, Kevin, they can compete with anyone when it comes to size. Not just up front, but on the wings. They're long and athletic, but it all comes down to execution, and they get it done.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Hey Stan, I've always wondered, back when you were coaching, college or pro, what was your defensive philosophy?
Well, I think first of all, Kevin, we always wanted to take away the easy baskets. In other words, we're going to get back in transition, not give away fast breaks. We are going to try to protect the paint and make sure we're not giving away layups. And we didn't want to foul unnecessarily and give away free throws.
Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Out left to the wing. McDaniel gets a wide open look. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall.
You know, he's going to continue to bury those if that's how they're going to deal.
Pass to Hachimura. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Timberwolves lead by 3. Gobert with it. Here's DiVincenzo. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
It shows you're able to attack the rim from any position.
Well, the Timberwolves making a change here. And they double up Doncic. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Clock at 6. On the wing, Doncic. Over Edwards. Los Angeles with another miss.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to.
Well, we know Edwards has an outstanding skill set, but what makes him truly special is his competitive will and ability to handle high-pressure moments.
And he can't hit the second. You know, it's inevitable that a player's physical abilities diminish over the course of a career. But the thing that stands out to me about LeBron James is that he never lost his insatiable drive to win. Guys, if anything, he's gotten stronger.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
And Doncic throws it down.
Now that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard, that's Edwards with the dunk of the night.
Man, what a move by Edwards. That was phenomenal.
Gobert with the block. Outside for Randall. Kept alive. To Alexander Walker. Target there, that would have pushed the lead to double digits. And here's James. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. 8-point game. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Rudy Gobert continues to embrace the challenge of elite rim protection. He said competition is what it's about. Sometimes I'm going to get dunked on, and sometimes I'll get the block. But I'm not going to stop coming and doing what I do. I'll be there every time. Kevin?
David, just like you. Thanks so much. And the foul called on Austin Reeves. That's his third foul of the game. Substitution. 1:05 left in the third quarter. And the rejection by James.
Come on now. That shot had no chance getting by LeBron.
Absorbing hits on the drive.
Well, this is exactly what they need to be doing to close the gap, relying on his ability to get to the rim.
Pass to Randall. Out to Edwards. Randall outside. Drills it from outside. Randall's got 5 now. Lakers trail by 9. 3 seconds separate the shot clock in game. Now here's James, defended by Alexander Walker. Out to the right wing. Here's Finney Smith.
And when Gobert is playing with this kind of aggression on that end, there aren't many better at defending.
12 seconds left to play in the third. 6 to shoot. To the paint. Here's Finney Smith. That one's not going to go.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
And we've reached the end of the third. Minnesota on top, up 9. And
the Lakers, 32.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Minnesota leading by 9. Pass to DiVincenzo. And a miss there on the triple. Doncic left side.
Good defense.
Now Vincent, defended by DiVincenzo. To the left wing. Here's Finney Smith. That 3 off the mark. Minnesota with the ball. Pass to Reed. And Reed throws it down.
And he just big boy right there. The height advantage he's got down low. Really difficult for them to defend.
The three for Doncic. Reed with the rebound. McDaniels with the ball. Randall outside. Here's Alexander Walker. Offline with his three.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And there's the call on Nickeil Alexander Walker. That is his first foul of the game. And J.J. Redick is called timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. Both teams will make substitutions. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey guys, J.J. Redick's message with his team was simple. He told them, you can do a lot of great things out there and still lose if you don't take care of the boards. You want to see more effort, gang rebounding, everyone involved. That was his only focus. Kevin?
Okay, David, much appreciated. Driving in. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the three.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
And proving to be effective around the rim, Hachimura leaving no doubt about that one.
Pass to Randall. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. It's stolen by Hachimura. Luka taking it in.
Using leverage and positioning to his advantage, Hachimura is able to knock the ball away from the opponent.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. Here is Edwards. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Shoots over Doncic. Here's Gobert. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
And Gobert showing how much he wanted that basket.
Lakers trail by 9. LeBron James on the wing. Out to Doncic. Back to James. Pass to Hayes. Fires from 18. Clock at 4. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
That's a careless pass and a wasted possession. That's just unnecessary.
Timberwolves leading by 9. And here's Edwards from the arc. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good. And we're seeing some big paydays for NBA head coaches these days, Stan. Do you miss it?
Do I miss the paycheck? Yeah, payday was always really good in the NBA. No question about that.
What about now, though? What about now?
Well, it's gone through the roof, but look, the trade-off is the paydays are big, but there's not a great deal of job security.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production.
Yeah, do he got Shaq, bro? I mean, I like what we got, so. It's a party.
Everybody, time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. Alongside Grant Hill and Brent Barry, I'm Brian Anderson. Also with us tonight, our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the Lakers facing the Oklahoma City Thunder. To the paint. Pass to O'Neal. Good work defensively by Hartenstein.
Better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Tries to spin move. Williams from long range. Rebounded by Fox. And here is Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. That one's good for 2.
This is how you begin a game. Set the tone right from the jump.
Take a nice deep breath. You score on that first possession. Gets the game started the right way.
Here's O'Neal. And he dunks it down.
And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out. Just going right for the slam.
His competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Now here's Bryant. Over Williams. Some solid defense from Williams.
Well, the defense was right up on him, so electing to go for the fadeaway there to create some room, well, that makes sense.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Spins. The kick out to Williams. Fires for 3. Rebound by the Lakers. Bryant outside. Unloads. And that misses. That would have put him up.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too. Yeah, the defense making it way too easy for Holmgren. Gotta push him farther out than this.
Here's Bryant. The Lakers with another miss. Pushing it up the floor. Here comes Oklahoma City. Back to Williams. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. O'Neal pulls it in. The Lakers trail. Screen by O'Neal. And here's Bryant outside. Hits a three-pointer.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. Screen by Holmgren. Pass to Hartenstein. And Hartenstein slams it in.
And defensively, you have to make him work harder than this, or it's going to be a long night.
Screen by O'Neal. Here's Bryant, plenty of space. Doesn't go that time.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right iron.
Gilgeous-Alexander does a lot of things well, and this time playing with some great offensive balance.
Pass to O'Neal. To the middle. Up top, Bryant. Releases. And he gets it to go. Now 2 of 6 in the game.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Outside, Williams. Pure from three-point range.
Well, you got to be able to shoot fast in the league. So it's nice to see Williams doesn't need a lot of setup time.
Releases. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Oklahoma City leading by 4. And it's out of bounds to the Thunder as Oklahoma City retains possession.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The floater out to the right wing. Here's Hartenstein. Excellent D there from O'Neal. Bryant outside. Up in time. And that does it for the first quarter. Thunder out in front. Up 4. And we've got more action coming your way after this break.
7.
And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And from what we've seen from Oklahoma City, what's your take so far?
Well, you have to credit their effort on the defensive end. It set the tone for this contest.
Defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
Gilgeous-Alexander showing just how difficult he can be to guard at times.
Screen by O'Neal. Here's Bryant. Gets an open look and hits it. Bryant's got 7 points. Thunder leading by 4. Pass to Holmgren. Back to Caruso. And here is Williams. George defending. Down low. Now the Lakers moving it up. Bryant left side. And his 4th make of the day in 10 tries. Starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The kick out to Williams. And we've got a timeout called by Mark Dagnall. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over.
Let's give Coach credit. He's trying to find a way to squeeze the most out of every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments. Pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
2 with just over a minute to play. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Hartenstein. Just 4 to shoot. Tipped. Bryant outside. Over Williams. Here's O'Neal. Out to Fox. Connects from downtown. Fox has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. The kick out to Williams. Stolen by Bryant. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. George outside. That one's good. And the assist to Bryant. And now it's a 4-point Laker lead.
Defensively, gotta close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
Here's SGA. Will it go? And he lays it in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6.
So much speed from Shea. Used it there to get by the defense.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, the 11th pick back in 2018, has developed to the point where he is in the MVP conversation. His coach, Mark Daigneault, said he's improved every year. He's been in the league. It's a testament to his humility. He looks in the mirror, he sees what he needs to improve on, and then he works at it. Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you. And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout, and we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And the Thunder making a change here. On defense, the Lakers. Pass to Holmgren. Three-pointer. Bullseye!
Let's go, man. On the 3, old man.
A superb three-point threat. When Holmgren is knocking down triples, he's hard to contain.
Here's O'Neal. Wiggins with a steal. They push it up 4 on 3. Back to Holmgren. George over to help. 6 on the shot clock. Wiggins outside. Fires the 3. Rebound, the Lakers. Screen by O'Neal. And the foul on Alex Caruso. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Bryant. Offensive rebound. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
Back to Payton. Bryant outside. Pass to O'Neal. Kicks it out to Bryant. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Caruso. Bryant outside. Tries again. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. These are his first free throws of the game. The first free throw is good. Old shot's good from the stripe.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Now here's Williams. Here he goes. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Williams has got 5.
Oh, I love the ferocity on the drive. Williams doesn't lack confidence tearing towards the rim.
Bryant outside. Screen by O'Neal. It'll count. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
13 foul. Shooting for Los Angeles.
Throw good. Bryant.
Kobe Bryant. Taking 2 shots.
And both free throws good for Bryant. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. The Lakers on top. They lead by 3. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Never dialed back. SGA determined on the finish.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw. Bryant outside. Screen by O'Neal. Kicks it out to Bryant. Screen by O'Neal. Second shot opportunity. Hawks right side. No luck. They battled on the glass, but they couldn't knock it down. Pass to Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Just 5 to shoot. Fades. O'Neal pulls it in. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Screen by O'Neal. Here's Bryant. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. And a fast break now for the Thunder. Here's Williams. And he drops it in from the low post. Williams has got 7.
I like how unselfish Dort was on that play, freely giving it away rather than trying to chase down something for himself.
It's out of bounds. Last touch by Holmgren. Pass to O'Neal. Out to Fox. From behind the arc. Williams grabs the board.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
And he was camped in the lane there. He gets the 3-second call.
After committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over.
Risky right here.
The Lakers trail. They set a pick. Here's Bryant. The Thunder pull it in.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that. Many times you don't like that shot selection, but sometimes when you're just feeling it in transition, no one's on you, great shot there.
And it's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here. Stolen by Caruso. Tipped away. Leaps for it. Out of bounds. And out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, Chet Holmgren said, quote, it's exciting to have this sort of success early on because it's just rare for young teams. But at the same time, we cannot let it distract us from how much better we have to get. Hopefully, we have a long runway together to figure things out. Brian?
A chance for great things, Allie. Thanks for that. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
His small advantage is starting to snowball.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Back to Williams. Inside. Holmgren. Bam! Chet rocking the rim.
Things are starting to come together for them, and the lead is starting to grow too.
Coach has always talked about the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. They have definitely increased their energy level here.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
Holmgren with the block.
You can't forget about Holmgren's reach, especially when he's nearby on defense.
Bryant, no good.
That's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. They lead by the biggest margin of the game at 9. Shot clock at 5. Williams from long range. Drops in the 3. Williams has gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Here's Bryant to stop the drought.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. And so it's Caruso who brings up the ball for Oklahoma City. They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second half. Yeah, that one's good.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, you'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Launches a 3. O'Neal pulls it in. Lakers trail by 12. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock.
Assisted by.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, BA.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 9 points in the game. There's the drive. Uses the glass on the layup. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5.
Go, chat.
5 points now in the quarter.
Let's hope, man. So they got 4 points, dude. I locked them up.
Gilgeous-Alexander in traffic uses that athleticism.
And the Lakers call time here.
Substitution for your Thunder.
The Lakers call timeout.
They're giving up a lot of points in the paint. That's something they have to address here.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
So he ain't got no bench.
12 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Pass to Fox. The 3. That shot missing. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder going into the break up 12. They just can't miss right now. Every shot they're taking.
27.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works, or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. Lakers call timeout.
Here comes your Thunder Girl.
My stars.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I had a chance to find out what the Lakers coach was going over with his guys. Point blank, he wants better shot selection. He told them, we're settling guys. Come on. We're not being patient out there. We're not working the ball around. That has to change right now.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Lakers call timeout.
got my players over there.
Now Bryant. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. And a fast break now for the Thunder. Dort for three. Drills it from deep. And the Thunder lead by 15.
The size and skill of Dort is pretty unique. Could be really
I just
effective
watching
in any
Dort on
position.
TV, bro. He got such a high arcing shot, bro. He be hitting all green, like all net.
On the wing, Bryant. And a strong finish with two hands.
Oh, I love this guy. Even when they're trailing, he works hard to put on a show.
Hey, that might be just what they need right now. Fires from 14. And there's another one for the Thunder.
And we're all too familiar with these kind of outbursts from SGA.
And here's Bryant outside. Hartenstein pulls it in. Thunder leading by 15. From outside the arc. And it's Fox with the jam.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
And the gamble paying off.
Pass to Holmgren. To the right side. Oh, sweet move. Hartenstein, no good.
He's been tremendous at corralling misses all night long.
Yeah, it's almost like he's got a magnet on that ball here tonight. He's in the right spot all the time.
Bryant, no good.
At this point, I'm not sure if it's the play call.
Shall we do what we said we want to do, man? One and all in the Silver League. Yes, we do. Brown made this dude single-handedly quit, bro. He was winning too. That's crazy. Chat, we'll be back. Good little stream.